going?
You're looking live in Santa Rosa, California on May 10th, 2017. We're looking at the Santa Rosa Street Feet team. As you can see, this is...
Okay, Laura Roehrick. I am a
And
certified
you are?
foot nurse.
Jan.
Yes, the chosen ones.
Robin.
Okay. And what are you doing today for us?
I am going to look at your feet, clean up your toenails, and give you stuff if you need, if you've got athlete's foot, which it looks like you do, we can give you some stuff to go home and take care of your feet.
Oh, under a bridge. Great idea.
Yes. Usually, well, we don't need a canopy today because... No. Okay, now what I forget, and this is great. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm setting up a pilot project of a foot care clinic in a parking lot, trying to adhere to the state-of-the-art technology and infection control. So it's a work in progress. We're learning as we're going. I will probably cross-contaminate, but I'll know what I'm doing, and so you can learn along with us. That's the whole point. I'm going to now just kind of do a little wash with a product. I just made this. It's got alcohol, glycerin, orange oil, aloe, gel. So I'm just going to do a little cleansing. I do not soak feet. I do not recommend that you soak feet, especially in hot water for long periods of time. A lot of people are doing that at homeless shelters, which I totally disagree with.
And why is that?
Thank you for asking. Good question. It pools the blood. It dilates the vessels, so it pools the blood, and it takes away oxygen from the tissues, and it actually dries out the skin, and it macerates, and it's just really not a good thing. If you want to do a hygienic foot bath for somebody, which is a nice thing to do, you use tepid water for 5 minutes with some sort of cleansing agent, but you do it after the foot care, because I use files and things, and I need to see what's good and if it's all wet and mushy. So that's one of the biggest things that I see that's happening out there in the world of foot care at homeless shelters is people are soaking feet before they do the foot care, and I totally disagree. Okay, so it's so fun to be on my soapbox. I am on my
How it burns, it's gasoline.
Okay, no. Okay, so I have here with me a container of my various size nippers. They are individually wrapped. They have been sterilized in an autoclave, and then I drop them in these individual packs, and I am going to just arbitrarily take a pack of medium nippers. I will hand this to my assistant to throw away.
Do you have a website? People can give donations
Not yet. We're going to start a YouTube channel for... Yeah, we need to do all this stuff. We're very grassroots, although I've been doing this for 24 years.
24,
Rome was not built in a day.
Got it.
Okay. I now semi-retired. I have more time to do this. My kids are grown. It's the right time.
Sure.
Okay. This also is a sister clinic for a clinic that I am starting in Nepal, Kathmandu, Nepal.
Okay.
I have sent the equipment over there with Dr. Sandeep Pandey and Saraswati Bandari. I'm never sure if I'm saying their names correctly, but they are my colleagues in Kathmandu. So this is a sister clinic.
Ah, nice.
And I will also be sort of presenting on this idea in Washington, D.C. in June at a national conference. And the idea, too, of this clinic is once we get it smooth rolling here, we are going to invite nurses from the community, from health organizations and clinics and hospitals. We're going to handpick the right nurse who will then come learn a little bit from me and take the skills back to their organization. So
Nice.
there will be more foot care nurses in the community soon, because there is 49% of the adult population in Sonoma County are pre-diabetic, which means in 5 years they will have diabetes. So that means 1 in 2 adults in 5 years will have diabetes, and there's no places for them to get good preventive foot care. So this clinic has many purposes: to help a few people. It's small, so we're not doing huge clinics here, but to have it videotaped and to share the information on the internet, and then once we get smooth moving, to get nurses to come in and train with me. That being said, I will now proceed to trim your toenails.
Engage.
Okay. Now, I do not use nippers on every nail. I will use nippers on a nail where there's a free border. On the ones where there aren't, which means they're thick and they need care, I use an electric file. Okay, so right now I'm going to take very small bites across. You can't really probably see too well. These are short already. I'll trim a little bit on this big nail here.
Okay.
I can get a good view.
Okay, we're switching cameras here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to don my mask.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm going to don my mask, and I'm going to use the file.
Ah, beautiful.
Okay, so I have.
Doctor.
Yeah. I'm actually a certified foot nurse. I have magnifying glasses on top of my regular bifocal, so
How do you make this get smaller? Because this is like really blown out.
I do not know.
You want me to make it smaller? We can do that.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
The phone.
Bear with
Well,
us.
we'll just keep him
That's
doing
okay.
it because I don't know how to work with the iPhone.
Here you
Okay.
go. Take it. Get quick. Get.
Okay. So,
Here we go.
okay. So I am going to use a high-speed little portable file that I have. All these burrs I use have been sterilized in an autoclave, and then I place them sort of hygienically in this. I'd like to have them individually wrapped, but they're not. But anyway, I'm going to gently pick up this one and use this one. And it is a carbide burr. This I think I got at Medicool, which is a very cool company, gave this to me to try, and I do like this one a lot. So this one I'm just going to clean up. I always start with the left foot and the small toe, and I work my way across, and that's just my technique. And if you see, I'm sitting in a stadium chair, so I am ergonomically, I am comfortable. I've got my zoot suit on, I call it, which I'll throw away at the end of the day, and I've got my protective gear in place. So now...
That's like a dental drill.
It is, and actually a lot of these are sold, the dental... the people who make dentures use these kind of drills too. And there are people out there, nurses, using Dremel grinders who shouldn't be. They are not for use on people, unless you're in a developing country and you don't have anything else. But to me, using a Dremel grinder on a person is very unprofessional, and it's there's heavy vibrations. You get carpal tunnel.
Wow.
You don't have the dexterity of this thing, and it's much more vibrations for the patient, which makes it uncomfortable. So his nails aren't that long, so I'm just kind of cleaning him up a little bit, you know. Yeah. And I kind of can.
Tickly on my feet. I like
Yeah, good. Well, as long as it's
Well, if it
tickling.
was a Dremel, you'd be crying. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, they're
It's
they're
very strong.
they're archaic, and I have been on a one-woman campaign to get rid of Dremels in the hands of professionals. In fact, I'm terrible. I go out on the internet and stalk people who are using them and harass them, and
Good.
I'm awful.
You do that with a chat
Yeah,
box.
and some people take it very kindly and appreciate my input. I try to be, diplomatic,
Tactful as possible.
but other people get very offended, and then I apologize, and
Their
I
belief system, they were taught that way.
never. Okay, so he's got a little callousing here at the tip of his toes. Actually, you could very well benefit if you remind me. There's a thing, it's called a crest pad, and it goes underneath these hammer toes, and it lifts and separates, and it'll take the pressure off the
That'd be
tip of his
wonderful.
toe.
Bless you. Thank you.
And we actually have one. It's called a crest pad, and it's in our padding and first aid box.
Thank you.
Okay, so this one isn't that long either, but I'm just going to take the end of it. And if I was in an office, I'd be using a vac drill that has a vacuum on the back. And someday, yeah, it's everywhere, huh? Well, we're learning. And we've actually brought stuff to, wipe down things in between clients here. We're really